Good evening. I'm about to ride off into the sunset with Dora. Here's the list. Basic Kit 3 and Expedition overalls. Female. Size. It's an M. Easy peasy. I'll get your stuff. Sign here, will ya? I'm fascinated by the fact that it is backward. Oh, she started to write Serena and remembered. Here you go. Should try it on. And listen, you're her, aren't you? That Selena girl. If the clothes fit, I'll be able to bash his head in and flee. And in fact, even if they don't fit. So, then, mine was watching telly right before a shift. 'Twas a news piece on her. A news piece? They may have said something important. What piece exactly? Something about her being sacrificed or some such. By a cult or something. A cult? Uh-huh. Scientanists or whoever they are. The press was saying she owed him money, or maybe there was some orgy gone wrong, or even a ritual killing, you know? Fancy that. How stupid should you be, for real? Crap. So it'd be true then. Don't be mad, beautiful. You ain't her after all. I'd be happy if mine kicked the bucket, I'm telling you. I'd be free, yeah. Let's hope that the cult finds your guy and ends him then. Can I have my papers, please? Meh, no one gives a damn about him. Here you go. My regards to Dora. Uh-huh. All the best. First, the killer leaves a stylish blade on the crime scene, and then he's suddenly appointed by some cult. Glorious. Self-respecting cult members wear black robes, apply eyeliner, and study Latin proverbs for breakfast. Wonder if Roy would look dandy and all that. Suze would vent at him all right for such a shallow, dramatic interpretation. Where am I headed, by the way? Should it be Teen, the scientist leader, or the staff, or to my future expedition companion's rescue? I can probably cover the entire lot as long as I have time. And I mean, I could just head straight to the bus lot and not help Dora. Still an option, right? Hello, are you Maximilian? Well, and how do you care? I'm Iris, from Dora's group 2. She asked me to help you with the boxes of paint. I'm sure I'll manage on my own. Dora did ask, though. Feel free to knock yourself out. I won't be in your way. Okay, then. Did you check here? Max. Maximilian and Max are two distinctly different names. Why is everyone always confusing them? All right, Maximilian. So what about these shelves, then? Nothing all right about it. The shelves? Think I checked those, I suppose. We need red and blue. I wonder, if I start crying now, is he going to tell me right away that it was all my own fault, or is he going to bring it up later? Why can't one just get on with her task and not get on others' nerves? She asked sadly. Nope, she could have asked sadly. It's just that the prospect of being stuck in a closed space with an easily irritable hunk is not too exciting. I better be delicate. Any other paint we need? Which other? Dora said red and blue, didn't she? Why are all these questions of yours? I'm minding my own business, ain't I? Which is good. Here's red and yellow, too, marked as silver and copper. And copper is for yellow in this case. There must be some logic behind all these markings. There could be, at least. So dusty, and badges on top. Takeo, head doctor. Dora, curator. And a bunch of others. Seems like some people remember their names and job titles excellently. While the papers... Recommend order for multiple buses en route together. While not compulsory for execution, it, however, includes information that will help you optimize the process of ordering a string of buses based on the specifics of their route, accounting for a variety of conditions. Ugh, a handful of these too. I do hope we won't be learning them by heart. This is a bit too heavy for paint. Some random part signed as splints for practitioners, and below it says gold, titanium, tin, and copper and silver. Mysterious. Oh, great, here's the blue paint. Why is it marked as gold, though? I know there's white, pink, and yellow gold, and then black gold, if I may stretch it, but blue? Maximilian, I found the paints, the bottom shelf and the second one from the top. Try getting them to the bus. What a joy. Why do you ask me to look for something if I'm not really needed after all? I don't see it either, but I'm polite. Polite. Nice and polite. Damn this self-persuasion. You're welcome. I want you for expedition. Hello there. Good evening. Let me just double check the form number and that it's all filled in correctly, and I'll get you the letter of confirmation. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding! You're Serena's reflection! I could have been kidding, but... Yes, that's me. But if you're here, that must mean that... Oh, this is awful. What happened? I'm sure the details are already all over the news. Come on, do you mind or what? I'm such a big fan. I've seen Flashlight like 1,000,000 times. Phenomenal taste. This role was at the top of Serena's I'm not proud of that list. Can you just issue that letter of confirmation for me, please? Sure thing, just a sec. I got this one blank right here, almost filled in and ready to go. Can you at least tell me if Serena was at all involved with that hot Spaniard? Me and Diaz? Oh, once I've got that confirmation, I'll spill all the juiciest beans for you. Or not. She so was. I totally knew it. Thank you, and have a good evening. But what about Diaz? Make up a story. Do you think they met on the set of Flashlight? Absolutely. First they play lovers, and they just cannot deny their feelings, and... Well, you're wrong. They've been in love from their childhood years, but cruel fate separated them. Can you believe Diaz was forced into marrying this daughter of a Cuban drug lord? Holy crap. Ah, yes, very holy. She never went public with him for obvious reasons, you know. Does the Mafia have anything to do with it? But of course! However, Diaz never forgot about Serena, and when he recognized her in one of the posters, he decided to pursue his long-lost love. Many years later, it seemed they could finally be happy together, reunited for good, but no. Was their cover blown? Sadly, they tried to hide, but Serena's neighbors found out about their romance and went straight to the Cubans. The lovers fled to a tiny island in the Pacific, faking Serena's death to lose the tail. And that's how I ended up here. Dearie me, I knew she couldn't have died just like that. Not her, no, but that means that you are... No one must ever know. You cannot even imagine what the Mafia are capable of. They operate both sides of the mirror, and their network of informants knows no limits. I have to go now. Not a word of this to anyone. Ah, damn, I'm not going to make it anywhere. Uh-oh, we took too long. To the buses. Iris, excellent. Did you get the letter of confirmation? Yes, here you go. However, I got the envelope for teen on me too. I ran out of time. I'll see. I'll get it to teen myself then. Oops. At least Max is here with the paints. It's Maximilian. My apologies. Iris, thank you for your help. You've done well overall. But 3 out of 2 would have been better than 2 out of 3, right? 3 out of 2 would have... Ah, it's a joke. Let's go. We should be leaving right about now. Oh, this is a cozy bus. Whew. Apparently, I'm headed on a research mission to study the void, with Dora in charge. She packed a bus full of newbies with her. Let's brush up on them. The man in the green is Third. The hunk is Maximilian. The sleeping guy is Tony. In fact, I am yet to see him awake. At this rate, may have to wait until tomorrow. Oh, and the sneaky young woman with the comfiest bunk bed is none other than myself. Can't even start to imagine what's going to come of it all. Days after death. 1. Nightmares, huh? It's alright. They'll be gone with time. Just have some patience. And get dressed now. I've got a quick announcement to make. Good morning, everyone. Good morning again, everyone. Another hour or so and our expedition will be making its first stop. Oh, this one is interesting. Look, it's like he's a broken mirror of himself. Interesting. You'll learn how to manipulate matter somewhat and get a decent breakfast too. But if you're hungry now, I can offer a few quick bites. Nutrition bars, biscuits, juice, water, coffee. No thanks. I'm not hungry. Me neither. Suit yourselves, but breakfast is compulsory, so don't you try to ignore it. So then... Why isn't she expecting any reaction from Tony? Does she think he's not awake enough yet? By the way, are those tracks? I didn't get a proper look last night. He looks like an old marble statue that's seen better days. Oh my, his arms kind of give away that his prototype was seriously into shooting smack. Must say, though, I've never seen any drug do this to a person. Then again, Tony is coming with us, so his condition couldn't be contagious. I think it said shouldn't, sorry. Just a reminder, the expedition is traversing the void. The void is lethally dangerous, so do not come anywhere near it. Your goal is to learn, not risk your lives. I'm expecting everyone to approach their assignments with due diligence and a clear conscience, and not leave the campsite without permission. Understood? Yes, understood. Yes, Ma. Iris. I mean, yes, of course. Fine. And one more thing. Writing practice is good for manual dexterity, and for one's mental state, too. Do not bottle up your emotions inside. I really suggest that you each keep a diary, and I'm here for you if you need me. Of course, you can tell me anything. Dear Diary, they say I might find you useful. I bet you're going to be even more useful to everyone who'd want to get into poor Iris's head and learn her dirty little secrets. Dear everyone, I hope you're ashamed of yourselves. I don't want to show my scribbles to anyone, so I'll keep this notepad on me at all times. Might also start doing sketches in the margins. raunchy ones. Nature sketches, too. To be honest, writing is not exactly my thing, but Serena would have certainly liked this. I should write something down now, right? I don't know. She didn't deserve to die this way. Damn, as if there's such a thing as a deserved way to die. I just wish I could talk to her. Serena, I'm so lucky to have had you. And it would be nice to eventually turn out like you in many ways. Instead, I'm whining. Like, very consistent of me. Get a grip, Iris. Completely out of the blue, I'm with an expedition. My crew also includes a very buff Maximilian, a rather mysterious third, and Tony. Hard to imagine the fact that Tony is all covered in cracks. I'd like to have someone explain this to me. Dora is an obvious choice, but I cannot arrange to be alone with her just yet. Yes, Dora is our creator. A model and a very no-nonsense, very much so. I had my first nightmare last night. It was about Roy. My killer's name is Roy. And what I want most of all of it is to... Oh, I bet I can choose this. Have enough time to do everything? Figure out why Serena was killed. Figure out why Roy's prototype killed Serena. It won't change anything, but it seems the right thing to know. Here's one graphic example of how not to behave in an expedition. Does this example have a name? Johnny, the practitioner's group leader. A solid specialist, but a reckless nutcase otherwise. Do we climb out or stay inside? I'm gonna say stay inside. And a very bouncy one, too. I'll go up. Come get me if you need anything. Great. Johnny has found another lucky victim. Is he going to bite Third and turn him into a practitioner? Third is interested in practitioners enough as it is. It's just that Johnny is not easy, and I don't want any of you falling under his influence. Are we going to start hopping buses? Sorry, I'm not quite following the logic here. You'll see. Dora. To Iris, excuse me. I wonder what Third is talking to this Johnny guy about. And was the latter discouraged when it wasn't me who emerged on the roof? Iris? Yes? We're almost there. And judging by the sound of it, Johnny has left. I meant to say that you should put your shoes on and get Third back down here, please. Are you suggesting that I get a kitten down from a tree? Iris. I mean, they normally come down on their own, but sure, I'll get them. Did you meet the practitioner's leader and decide to check all the fixes and mounts right away? Ouch. Iris, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Something wrong? We're almost there. Or not almost. Dora asked me to get you off the roof. Are you alright? Johnny and his bouncing about blew your socks off, and you climbed out onto the roof. Are you alright? Why wouldn't I be? Here's a super quick answer. If you ever want to talk, I'm here for you. I really am fine. Okay. Iris. What do you think? How can one foster their own courage? Not giving in to fear. Not giving in to fear and taking risks for the sake of the high purpose. Just like Johnny, who overcame his fear and ended up on our roof. If I may, what was the purpose of getting onto our roof? There must have been one. Actually, could it be about driving Dora mad? Yeah, let's go now. Right then, everyone meet Teen, the scientist's leader on our expedition. I'm going to pull her out of work from time to time so you can obtain as much valuable knowledge as possible. Welcome. Now, can I have everyone's attention, please? I hate the snapping of fingers. Anybody ever snaps your fingers? Or anyone who snaps their fingers at me, just immediately it causes my blood to boil, and I don't know why. Anyway, reality outside mirrors is rather flexible, and you can influence it. We'll start with creating items. Here's the general idea. You study an object and then focus on its image, dismissing all other thoughts. I know it sounds easy, but in practice you'll have to approach each specific item individually. Tien? Indeed. For example, to create any food or drink, you'll need at least a rough idea of the molecular composition of the wanted item. Moreover, it'll take a lot of effort, a few times more than your average daily capacity. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead a little. No problem. Energy, I mean the power that lets us create anything here, is your key resource. It is limited but gets restored during sleep, and with time you'll learn how to use it more efficiently. Apart from creating items, energy is also required to stabilize them. Just creating a teapot is not good enough. You have to make sure that it doesn't suddenly burst into pieces and scald everyone with hot water. Oh, this is a horrible example. I didn't want to scare anyone. This is an excellent example. We are, of course, going to teach you to understand how long an item you've created will hold. Everything will be all right, but still, you must understand the risks. Today we'll try creating a door. Just creating, that'll do for now. Since our space is non-linear, you can technically open the door to anywhere, as long as you know the location you need. Let's start with the bus. It has a black metal door with paint peeling in places, and it's also a bit dusty at the bottom. Have a look yourselves. What is it like to the touch? Does it have its own smell? Close your eyes and try imagining a door just like this one right in front of you. Just be careful. He's breathing. And the doors. This is absolutely incredible. Dora. And I can see, yes. He needs help. Third, quick, the bus. There's a first aid kit above the bed next to the door. Find the ammonium chloride and bring it here. Max, you run to the practitioners for a stretcher. Anyone there will know where to get one. I am not... Maximilian, let's go. Iris, find a doctor. The doctor's name is Takeo. He is tall and has dark hair tied into a long ponytail. He should be at the scientist camp. You don't spot him right away, ask around. My team will help you. Okay. I don't see anyone matching Tian's description. Did this doctor guy have had an emergency haircut? Or just hide when he saw a stranger? Or wander off to take in some fresh air in endless road? Or I might just get lucky and he'll be inside the bus. Still needs some refining. If we use different paints with different dosages of an active ingredient, we'll be able to produce the raw stuff simply by increasing the concentration of... Increasing concentration is increasing weight, which is a dead end. Do you maybe want to try adoring our practitioners with bracelets and trinkets from head to toe too, like weekend fair fortune tellers? Why stop there? How about a full-on astronaut onesie? It's called a spacesuit, and nothing prevents us from carrying out the first part of the experiment. So what proportions were you suggesting, Candy? Good day, everyone. I'm Iris from Dora's group. Is Takeo around? Hi, I'm Candy, and these two are Marco and Susumu. The doctor left. Takeo's left for the practitioners' camp, the other end of the site. Just great. Why? What happened? Please no. I've got very little time. Dora asked me to bring him over. Thanks. I'm off to see the practitioners. Bye. Bye. What were we talking about? There he is. As it is, our existence cannot exactly be rationally explained. Disputable. Aren't we in fact the reflections of the dead? We are the reflections of the dead that function based on We are the reflections of the dead that function based on certain logic, and that sometimes require medical care. Sorry to interrupt. Takeo, one of us from Dora's group needs a doctor, urgently. What happened? He created 5 doors in a row and then fainted. That illustrates our conversation brilliantly. Yes, let's go. Are you Takeo? Dora's really waiting for you, and so is Tien. They're inside the bus. Tony seems to have come around, even though I haven't found any ammonium chloride. Which is a good thing, actually. Absent-mindedly. Which is a good thing, actually. Ammonium chloride can cause accidental chemical burns of the mucous membrane, and it has been used on the unconscious for a while now. It's best to let the person regain consciousness on their own. Wow, hold on. What? Have you attended any seminars? Your explanation is good. I would even say textbook good. No. I know just about nothing about first aid, or so I think. Why would I? Was it from a script, maybe? And now you forgot again? What script, even? Anyway, I must see the patient as soon as possible. As a matter of fact, yes, you did take your time, Iris. We even thought about heading over to the scientists ourselves. Oh, fuck off, Maximilian. Even thought? As opposed to... Iris, will you take me to Dora now? Not a fan of squabbling, are you, Doctor? In essence, the situation is quite simple. You should have tried waking up Otto. He is a doctor, too. And he could have gotten here faster, or not. I say we waste no more time on further modeling the options of what could have been... You'd be late for your own funeral. There's Tony. He has... made a lot of doors. Yes, I've been informed. Looks like they don't need me here anymore. Why don't the medics wear scrubs or something? Taco, Otto. Is there anyone else? Takeo? Is it Takeo? I'm not even sure how to say it. Takeo, maybe? If I said it wrong this whole time, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go with Takeo. Oh, it's Takeo. Okay. I thought it was Spanish. Anyway. Takeo, Otto, is there anyone else? How does one figure out who the doctor is without asking? I like the classic idea of listening with your heart. My heart tells me that you are a doctor and that you'll do anything to treat the sick because your own heart won't let you do otherwise. I should have tried that. My mission here is done. Shall we discuss the weather, or... I don't think it's any different. What do you reckon? Iris, thank you for finding... Iris, thank you for finding Takeo. Dora is worried about Tony, but she's grateful to you, too. Oh, so no one's going to bite my head off. Dora has other ways of interacting with subjects in her care. Really, thanks. It's a shame that you all had to witness this, but it's great that you're helping out. The important thing is that Tony is now attended to. Is he going to be fine? Yes. But I should get going back to my camps. You were around. Maximilian? Where are you off to? Just, away. We shouldn't all go too far. Dora might need our help. Isn't there a doctor there? I won't be long. I'll just circle the bus a few times. Never done that before. Must be worried about Tony. But Tony will be fine. We inherit our prototype's looks, but that's it. No diseases, no habits, no addictions. That means he's safe. As if I said anything against it, or... Hold on. Has any one of us lost their memory? What do you mean? Amnesia rids people of their difficult past and the emotional problems that go all the way back. I disagree. The past doesn't matter. And yet, it exists. Yeah, sure. And then it stops existing. I mean, you're right, all in all. If the medics learned to process individual memories, amnesia would be a great way out and around. Oh, even so? I wasn't being serious. Oh, sorry. I didn't pick up on that. Iris, do you really think that Tony fainted because of some unsettling memories? Nah, I mean, we don't know what Tony was thinking of at the time, but then... He fainted because of overexertion. Luckily, he didn't hit the ground. I presume that creating all those doors at once can be likened to hard physical labor or severe stress. Which brings us back to basic psychology. Tony is certainly not used to taking care of himself. Pair of specs will go great with this deep speech. Came out even better than I imagined. Too good, maybe. Professor Iris will answer all of your questions. No prepayment required. That'll be £200 for the session, Maximilian. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him. Dora will explain everything. I have to go. Excuse me. Dora's taking too long. I'll go for another walk. Maximilian, she might need our help. Well, I won't be too far. It's better to go later, all right? Shall we maybe focus on something useful instead? Like what you would want to create first of all? Well, I'm not sure. Let's start with the very doors. Tony produced so many. Well, at least Iris likes them. He says with disapproval. You two are unconstructive. We got a chance to join an expedition and look for new territories. So, just like the books about journeys to uncharted worlds. Unrealistic but super cool. I'm gonna go with, I don't know. I feel like either or is a kind of wind out of the sails. Okay, anyway, dangerous and dangerous. Dangerous and dangerous? No, exciting and jolly good. And what if there's something bad there? I mean, what if they find something? We're not going to find anything bad. And what classifies as bad anyway? A volcano? Well, just don't go near it. Right. Oh, is that apply it? Iris, do you like braiding your hair? What? Braiding? If Susie sees it, she'll give me the usual rant and how. I should braid from the very roots. Very me. Iris? Iris, say something. Ouch, my arm. I'll get some balm. Be right back. Into the mist, get your first crack. Third's got a few too, and Tony. Doris says that many cracks in the very beginning, it should eventually go. I don't have any cracks, probably because I'm in a better physical shape than others. It's just the way it is. Here you go. It might itch a little. Thanks. Don't worry, Doris says that cracks are common in the beginning. It's no big deal unless there are way too many. Here are mine. I don't even feel them anymore. Iris? Are you all right? Yes. You're holding onto the balm and not doing anything with it. You sure you're all right? Need help with opening it? No, thanks. Tony seems to be doing better. Is he calling for Rika again? Yes, and others. What have we here? How is the crack? Oh, I see. It's small. It will probably even close eventually. Dora, is there anything else we should do? I think Iris isn't quite all right. Not surprising. It's her first crack after all. Everything will be fine. But maybe. There, do you know the cracks are not a sickness to be cured or not? If you want, you can discuss it with Takio later. He'll provide all the details on why there is no reason to worry. Okay, then. I got a small task for you. 2 tasks, even. First, you should check on all the first aid kits and all the buses. They were supposed to be restocked before departure, but ours, for example, had no ammonium chloride. I wouldn't want to discover anything else missing at some critical point. Secondly, the fact that doctors can be just about anywhere when you need them is, to put it lightly, unacceptable. It should always be easy to find those who can perform first aid in a matter of minutes. So please talk to Takio and Otto. And maybe scheduling duty between them or something. They'll figure it out. Any questions? If not, I'll provide more details. Do I want to learn any more details? What do I even want at all? Ask for Dora's permission. Can I instead talk to Takio now about the cracks? I want to better understand what is happening to me. Overall, that's a good idea. I will help Iris relax a little. Maximilian and I will deal with the tasks on our own just fine. Well, yeah. Okay, seems convincing. You can go. I doubt your conversation with him will take too long, though. Will you find and join others later, Iris? That'll only be fair. No problem. Now then. Under the pressure. Put self-care above Dora's tasks. We are going to see the practitioners first, but Iris, is this where you're headed? We should arrive together and then skillfully pretend we don't know each other. Fine by me. No, it's not fine. Are you afraid it'll be awkward? Do you want me to disguise myself? I'll just steal Dora's outfit. It will be awesome if she doesn't even notice. No, as in if you're joking again, then sure. But that would be wrong. Maximilian, let's visit the scientist first. Iris will talk to whoever she intends to alone, and then she'll join us. That'll be best. A real shame. No white trousers for me this time. But sure, no worries. I'll find you two later. Deal, and good luck, you. I see someone's got 'em already. Can I talk to you? Let me finish first. And you are? Sorry, I didn't catch your name with all that frenzy. It's Iris. A pleasure. This is Conrad, by the way. Hi. How's tricks, Doc? We just arrived and patients are already all over you. Does look like you're all checking whether or not I lost my skills during the break. Oh no, our cover's blown. I'll have to report to Dora. And Chloe. And Tian. Can we switch, though? You can always report to Johnny. Yeah, nice one. Well, I'm done here. Don't forget the painkillers tonight, and if anything bothers you, well, you know where to find me. Uh-huh. See ya, Doc. Iris, next time we need to run a check on this one. Let's cooperate again. Same time, same place. Are you here because of Tony? Not really. He seems to be doing better. I would like to learn more about something else. Any pain or itching? Have you got any others? 3 times, no. Was a little itchy at first, but it's not anymore. For future reference, it's best not to scratch the crack. It will not make it run further, but it will keep it itching longer. How did it appear? We were chatting, and something was mentioned that reminded me of the prototype. I sort of collapsed into a memory of her, and then I was yanked out of it, so to speak. There is no cause and effect here, I believe, but didn't you die in front of the mirror? Yes. Reflections that get to see the death of their prototype, of the physical experience of living through the death. Damn, he speaks so calmly about it. On the other hand, it's good that he's being calm. Probably. Iris? I'm sorry, what were you saying? Any memory of the prototype is linked subconsciously to the experience, and thus feels more acutely, and it causes pain. In essence, we are dealing here with a rather specific type of post-traumatic stress disorder that some people prefer to call the mirror death curse. There's an implication to that. That's actually really heartbreaking, isn't it? Okay. I made myself sad. And others prefer to call it simply an adjustment period. Typical symptoms include nightmares, hallucination, and flashbacks. If it were up to me, I would recommend psychotherapy, but the community does not exactly practice this, and there are very few specialists available. Besides, we do not have access to any of them at the moment. So, we will have to make do. I can give you some pills that will mellow out your emotional state. Whoa, do you have a choice here? In my opinion, you do not really need to be on medication right now, but can help stabilize your emotional state. In that case, I'll try going without. Thanks. All right. Regarding the cracks, we do not know their nature or why they appear. That said, they are certainly a product of partial consumption by the void. In other cases, we cannot state anything with full certainty, but there is a general pattern. The most common triggers for cracks are stress and sensitive situations. The highest risk is observed in the first 2 months of the prototype's death, or 50 to 60 years into one's independent life. Is it possible not to crack at all? Yes, just as it is possible for cracks to prove lethal. Nevertheless, cracks are a common occurrence and respond well to corrective action. If you have any questions, I can answer them. How do you treat cracks? How well do cracks respond to corrective action? It depends, individual for every patient, and regarding the method, the general idea is to treat those who have multiple cracks as terminally ill. That is, not over-medicate them, but simply try to ease the pain and take their mind off of it. Give them as much happiness as possible, including close ones' embraces, delicious food, recognition, whatnot. The results are usually quite positive. This is strange. So cracks respond to happy hormones then? A colleague of mine tried giving patients who were on the verge of breaking down antidepressants such as selective serotonin, reuptake inhibitors, and I've read his research. It makes for an interesting case. To sum it up, no explicit correlation was identified, however. Science talks makes everything better. It's not a aha but no explicit correlation identified. So why don't the cracks bleed? Why don't the cracks bleed, and why is there no bruising? From the point of view of modern medicine, cracks do not exist. All the scanning and diagnostic equipment we currently have available shows absolutely nothing. As in, it's magic we're dealing with here? Or like a phenomenon that science has not yet studied enough. Can you tell me more about Tony's situation? You've seen Tony. What's wrong with him? His prototype had a major drug addiction. Unfortunately, in cases like this, reflections are often very unstable psychologically. In simpler terms, even the slightest stress can cause both his personality and body to shatter. Your teammate received all the necessary medical help, and he is relatively stable at the moment. However, it will take a lot of time and effort to heal his remaining cracks. What happens if you don't treat the cracks? Most commonly, nothing. All the practitioners, for example, have cracks, and that does not prevent them from life or work. However, if there are too many, the chances of a lethal outcome increase. Too many practitioners or cracks? The answer to this question has more layers to it than it may seem at first. Multiple cracks result in instability that is extremely dangerous. Practitioners call it the verge, and this term is rather on point. But still, any statistics available at all? Just how worried should I be while anxiously pulling out my hair? Well, proportionately speaking. Do not pull your hair out. It is inefficient. I do not have explicit numbers, but lethal outcomes from too many cracks have been recorded in less than 1% of all cases. The risk is higher for those who work directly with the void, but it is unlikely that Dora will let you anywhere near it. So are these who don't crack at all just super lucky? There are at least one confirmed anomaly, the population of Keycott. This is a mining town where our expedition is headed with a delivery. None of its local residents have even a single crack. For reflections outside of Keycott, having no cracks is rather an exception to the rule. However, I'm not sure luck is what best describes it. Are cracks of our own going too close? Are cracks of our own going too close? Oh, are cracks of our own going to close when we get there? No, unless we live there for an extended period of time. But trust me, you're not going to want to do that. How come? You will see. Thank you for your time. I guess I should be going. Anytime. I thought I'd have a look for those two all over the campsite. Well, I didn't, after all. Maximilian what? Am I wrong? Or do you think that all you need to do is say Maximilian instead of Max to make everything fine at once? How lovely. Episode 1. I think you're wrong. You started yelling for no reason. Toning it down just now. Did I start yelling for no reason? Did I start yelling? So what now? Do you really understand nothing of what I'm telling you? Do you care about anything at all apart from those tasks? It is really not the best time. First, Max wants to wander around in solitude, and Thurb absorbs order. And now this. Maybe my input made a difference the first time around, but this time, they did just fine without me. I'm almost hurt. Ah, the crowd's gathering. Actually, I've got no intention of watching this show for the next couple of hours, so I have to intervene. But how exactly? Maximilian, hold tight. Really? Third, are you serious? All you ever say is, Maximilian, let's go. Maximilian, would you like me to say something else? What? A lot of things, actually. Like while we waited for Dora next to the bus. Nope. A lot of things, actually. Like while we waited for Dora next to the bus, you got to just walk around on your own. I'm not. Dora didn't forbid it. It was you who chose to listen to Third, and then you could ask for any other task if you wanted to, and yet here you are, yelling. By the way, have you ever heard of the words like spineless, mopish, stuck up, or drama queen? Especially drama queen. You! You're like... Damn you. Maximilian, a drama queen during the first stop. Maximilian. There's nothing that way. He'll come back once he calms down. He's so angry at everyone. That was an unconstructive conversation. Iris, why did you... Stars have guided me, or maybe I just think that our snowflake friend deserved it. You never know. How did it all start anyway? I didn't quite get it myself. We were saying how it was time to head over to Takeo, and then he said that I never listened to him, and then this. I think he's tired? We should tell Dora. Can you go tell her? Meanwhile, I'll try to convince Maximilian to return to the camp. Okay, and what do I tell her? We only looked at the scientist's first aid kit so far. Here's the list. We also talked to Otto, but to no avail. By the way, Dora will hardly love the news of a runaway Maximilian. How about making good on the task first? Suggest finishing the task. I'd rather finish the task first, to make sure we deliver some good news, at least. Seems reasonable. Thanks. Leo's cracks are healing again. Anything unusual happened to him? Nope. As upbeat as ever, tearing it up and down. Typical Leo. I'll let you know if anything changes. You're just the ones I need, actually. Chloe, I was tasked with checking the practitioner's first aid kits. Anything dangerous in those? Anything that bites, maybe? Takeo, wait up, please. Don't go yet. You need a twin sister, otherwise you're not gonna make it. When checking our first aid kit, stay away from condoms, chocolate, and the plush mouse. And we'll be good. If you don't mind me asking, why do you need a mouse exactly? For strictly medical reasons. It lifts up the spirits, which is very important when you're under constant stress. Yes, I thought I just lived there, like nested there. I will allow this version, I think. My inner twin and I were shocked to our very cores. That's not true. Shall we get this over with, quick? Seriously, they're chatting about plush mice and my inner voice is rushing me now, of all time. So that you start rushing them. Alright, I still need to get to the scientist. Iris, how can I help you? Right then. It's getting boring, so I'll join the guys. So long, Doc. Dora asked us to arrange and schedule doctor duties so that we wouldn't take long to find one when emergency care was needed. Third and Max have already talked to your colleague, and it was pointless. Tell me something encouraging. I have no solution at the ready. Tell you what. Inform your creator that I'll be in touch with her later. I shall try to come up with something. Thank you. At least you agreed to think about it. Compares nicely. I hope I will prove efficient enough. Do you have any other questions? Nah, it's probably time to meet that famous... it's probably time to meet that mouse of a plush. Don't worry, it does not bite. You normally get bitten right after someone says that. In that case, you'll be the first person ever to get bitten by a plush mouse. A non-trivial experience. I hope no one will accuse me of rendering the mouse breathless. It was already like that when I got there. Yes, Iris, just keep seeing this on repeat. Yes, Iris, just keep saying this on repeat. Whew. The practitioners are running out of painkillers. Should inform Chloe. Present her with the list proudly and not mention the mouse. What if she asks about the mouse, though? I'll just leave a note on the bus instead. Cannot ignore it. Cannot find any fault with it either. Great idea. Dear Chloe, you're running out of painkillers. Hugs and kisses, Iris. Actually, I'll probably drop the hugs and kisses. And dear, too. Whew, what a great job. I'll go tell Dora. I'm still fascinated. It's all written backwards. Dora, I'm sorry. It was all my fault. I should have helped him calm down, and instead I... Right. Iris, explain to me what happened. I'd rather find the reason it happened. Oh well, one step at a time. When I found them at the scientist camp, the argument was already in full swing. Maximilian was behaving inappropriately, of which I duly informed him. Guess who got offended and ran away, and who did a third then run after? Evidently, he went after Maximilian, who is now inside the bus. Containing yourself and not being rude to him was not an option for you, I take it. It would be good to know the reason for the argument, not what sparked it, but the actual underlying reason. He's clearly not expecting an answer, but the question is a good one. I think the reason for their falling out is that... Max does things he doesn't want to do. Hence the lashing out. And then he does more things he doesn't want to. And then he lashes out some more. First of all, he has to stop circling the bus, and then he has to go and do the task. Certainly the question is why? It's as if he's doomed to obey everyone and cannot change anything, and all he can do is yell. But surely it's not the case, or is there maybe something I don't know? By the way, should I share my thoughts on this with Dora? I'll tell her. Guess it won't hurt. She may also think higher of me. There it is nearby, so now is probably not a good time. I'll catch her later when she's done. Off screen. Alright, what's the progress on the task? I checked the rest of the first aid kits and also passed your request on to Takeo. He said he'd give it a thought. Alright, that's still something. I'm never going to say Takeo's name right in the moment. It's always going to be an afterthought. I'm an idiot. Anyway, Iris, thank you. If I were you, I'd eat him alive, and the same goes for you if I were him. And you managed to get through with no casualties. Dora, Max came on his own 2 feet, didn't he? Iris, go board the bus. We're about to leave. Just keep quiet. Tony's asleep. Do you want to go through the bag? Because there might be something inside related to the murder, or... How about having a look, then? I know her bag inside out. And that's it. Later. The second time you've frozen like this already. First it was the bomb, and now this. Talk to me. What about? Anything. Take the crack in your arm even. What would Serena do if she were in your place? You pretend that nothing was wrong. And then she'd definitely volunteer for a task. You're going to ask your and then again, aren't you? No, I'll ask. Well, why didn't you do the same? Damn, my bad. Well, I didn't do the same because I wanted to do otherwise. And because I'm not Serena. But you've got her face, her movements, her gestures, her voice. And you lived her life, didn't you? Hey, and her voice, quit hitting where it hurts. I'm sorry. And I wanted to ask, why so sarcastic all the time? I'm not sarcastic when I talk to you, to me. Almost. But with others, what for? Why should there be a reason? Can't people just do something without one? You are sad, aren't you? No or yes. No or yes. Doesn't matter. Stop it. This conversation is getting on my nerves. It's not the conversation. Cut it. Can we talk? Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here. We'll leave the conversation for here. I'm still fascinated. I'm loving where this is going because it's still very much a mystery. Anyway, I will see you on the next episode. Thank you for keeping me company.